Hi everyone, I'm Lucas and we're back with another weekly newscast from DHS. Starting off this week is College and Career Readiness Week, and things kicked off with the tailgate party at the softball game on Monday. There were about a dozen clubs set up at the game, and there was plenty of fun and food to go around. FCA ended up winning the hot dog trophy for their setup, and we'll have more on the results of the softball game coming up in sports. Every day, many juniors and seniors here at DHS are looking to advance their future career or prepare themselves for college by taking classes at the Current River Career Center. It is anticipated that over the next 15 to 20 years there will be a huge spike in the number of jobs available as many people in the generation known as baby boomers retire. Aaron Castillo took a look inside some of the programs and found out why our students say everyone should consider taking a class at the Career Center.
For about 45 years, students have been walking through the doors at the Career Center looking to learn something that they will take with them for the rest of their lives.
I plan on going to the pipeline. My father works up there. He said if I work hard and become a good welder that I could be a pipeline welder. So
after graduation, I serve as an MP in the Missouri National Guard, and I plan on being a trooper after.
Their step is an important one. One study released this year showed as baby boomers, or those born between 1945 and 1964, continue to retire, there will be more than 30 million jobs open up over just the next 5 years. Many of those jobs will be in skilled or trade areas such as welding, construction, and nursing.
A large percentage of the jobs that are out there in the workforce require some type of technical training, some type of technical skill. That's what we do here. We're training you to be a part of that workforce and to be able to further your skills, help society. The job market is going to be wide open in the future for this.
There are 600 students who come to the Career Center every day from 4 different area schools and take part in the 9 different programs. They all agree that the best part for them is that they learn by doing everything hands-on.
I've learned a lot from being in this class for 2 years, especially with normal cars like this, doing tire alignments, using lasers and stuff. I'd never done that anywhere else. You'll learn it real quick. It's all hands-on. I think it's for everybody.
I'm better at hands-on learning, and schoolwork and paperwork is not really my thing. So here at Current River Career Center, I do more hands-on learning.
All of the students we spoke to agreed that they will have an advantage over other people when they go into the workforce or college. If you aren't sure what you want to do after high school or struggling with classes, Mr. Blaster offered these words of advice.
Do you have fun at school? Are you really doing what you want to do? Are you learning something that is engaging you? If you are, then maybe you're in the right place. If you're not, well, take a look at what we've got.
For Current River Broadcasting, I'm Aaron Castillo.
Thanks, Aaron. Mr. Batchelor says that the number of students coming to the Career Center has spiked over the past 2 years, and that he anticipates that all the programs will be full or have a waiting list in the coming years. The winners of the door decorating competition have been announced. At the high school, Miss Winston's Advisory Class won, and at the Career Center, it was Mr. Pitt's class who took the honors. Both classes should be receiving pizza and soda right about now. FCA held their annual See You at the Pole event on Wednesday. As you can see, there is a good turnout for the event, which featured some music along with some time for prayer. Unless you've been buried under a rock for the past 6 months, you know that the presidential elections are coming up in about a month. What you may not know is that there is still time to register to vote, if any of you are 18. And this year, there's a new way to register. Our reporter, Mason Aiden, did it himself and has more on this story.
It's a big year for politics. There's the presidential race, the governor's race in Missouri, and even locally there's the race for sheriff. Since I turned 18 over the summer, I knew that I wanted to get registered to vote this year. If you're 18 like me, why should you register?
And a lot of the decisions that are made in today's country affects 18-year-olds as well as me. I'm a taxpayer. I pay my taxes. Money comes out of my paycheck that goes to special programs, to the military, to the streets, to the roads.
Come to find out, it's a pretty easy process. You can get online and go to Vote Missouri, where you can fill out the forms and mail them in. Just a heads up though, you'll need your driver's license and your social security number. It took me about 3 minutes to complete. Other students here at the high school say they're excited to be able to vote this year too.
I'm excited because this is the first time to vote and it's a really big election.
You do need to register by the deadline, which is October 12th. Mr. Rosmarin offers this advice for those who don't vote and don't like the results.
How can they complain about something if they don't even go out and vote?
For Current River Broadcasting, I'm Mason Aiden.
Thanks, Mason. And here's that website for you to go to if you're interested in registering to vote. Also remember that you can do it the old-fashioned way and stop in at the county clerk's office at the courthouse and do it there as well. The deadline is October 12th. Here's TJ with some club news and announcements.
Thanks, Lucas. We wanted to send a shout out to the members of Key Club this week. In the last month, members raffled off a rifle and were able to raise quite a bit of money. This past weekend, they took off the money they raised and went on a shopping spree, but not for themselves. Instead, they spent about $1,000 on toys for kids at St. Jude's. FFA members are selling raffle tickets for a whole hog. The hog was donated by Poplar Bluff Farm Equipment and will be processed at Ozark Meats. The winner should get about 175 pounds of pork. Tickets are $1 each, or 6 tickets for $5. The drawing will be held on October 12th. Sophomores, you need to turn your Yankee Candle orders and money into Mrs. Winston or Mrs. Shepard by the end of the day on Monday. Congratulations to the 14 choir students who made the All-District Choir in Cape Girardeau last weekend. These students competed against 500 other students for their spot in the All-District Choir, so it was a big honor for them to be selected. A reminder to the high school and intermediate band members that you will be traveling to perform in the Naylor Parade tomorrow. All band members should be at the high school no later than 8:15. And one last reminder that today is the last day for you to get your yearbook for $40. Starting next week, the price will go up to $45. See any yearbook staff member or Mr. Donnell to reserve your copy. Here's Brooklyn with This Week in Sports.
Thanks, TJ. The softball team has had a busy week. It started off on Monday here at home against Liberty with the tailgate party going on, and the Donettes won that game by a score of 9-4. On Tuesday, they played Naylor here at home and lost that game by a score of 7-0. Last night, they traveled to East Prairie, and here's the score of that game as well. They play their final game of the season tonight at Alton and will start the district tournament next week. The baseball team had their final regular season game on Tuesday on the road at Zenith. The Dons won that game by a score of 8-1. They will compete in the OFC tournament next week, which is being held in Doniphan this year. The Dons received the 7th seed and will play Twin Rivers on Monday. The volleyball team had just one match at home this week. It was Tuesday night against Charleston, and the Donettes won that match in 2 sets. The JV team also won both of their sets that night as well. Their match that was scheduled at home on Thursday ended up being canceled. They will play again here at home on Tuesday. Now here's Rachel with your weekend weather forecast.
Thanks, Brooklyn. It looks like a very nice weekend to get out and do just about anything. Saturday will be partly sunny and 75. Sunday, mostly sunny and 79. And more of the same to start next week. Mostly sunny and 80 on Monday. That's all we have for you this week. Make sure to join us again next week and have a great weekend, everyone.